Do I even need to tell you who is this? Yep, it's the Mark 85, the one worn by Tony Stark before he did the legendary snap, and you know what happened after that. Thanks to BLOKEES or BLOKEES, they immortalized the Mark 85, put inside this box, and today I'm gonna unbox this. But before I do that, let's talk about outside the box and also about BLOKEES. Unlike the plumber that I talked about in my other videos, BLOKEES specialize in producing action figures that are hybrid of plumber and Lego. As you can see here at the back, there are parts held by runners, which satisfy the needs of plumber fans like me. And there are also bricks like Lego style for constructing the main body and holding the limbs, which satisfy the need of Lego fans like me. And more importantly, this is officially licensed by Disney Marvel. So it's a legit Iron Man, which satisfies the needs of Iron Man fans like me. Therefore, I call this a 3-in-1 deal, which is amazing. The finished figure itself is 13.4 centimeter, therefore it doesn't need a very big box for it, which is good. And there are two editions of Mark 85 by BLOKEES in the market. The standard edition and also the EX edition that I have in my hand here. Now, what makes EX edition special is it comes with additional parts like the nano shield, which is a big deal, the display stand, and also the additional blast part, you know, the flame blast part for attaching to the legs to make him look like he's flying. And more importantly, the outer armor is actually chrome finishing, which is amazing because this is exactly how you make Iron Man more like Iron Man. But you know what? Let's open this puppy up and see what's inside already. All right, after one and a half hour or so, I finished this one. It's actually not a very difficult, not a complex build. It's like I mentioned, it's more like comparable to Bandai HG, the high grade. And I'm not really a high grade person, but I do have this Netflix Gundam that I can put side by side for comparison. So as you can see, they are actually more or less the same height. But this is 13.4 centimeter. So size like the HG and the complexity, the build is also like HG. And like I mentioned from the beginning, these are the accessories, right? The blast effect, the swappable hands, the weapons, the energy shield, and the backpack, the repulsor. All right, about this, right? My only complaint about this, unfortunately, is like in order to use all these parts, you actually do a lot of hand swapping. Like for example, if you want to use this blast effect, right? You actually have to swap with this hand, plug it in, like so. Then you got to remove the fist and then put it in. All right, not a deal breaker. And like if you want to use this energy blaster, well, you actually have to remove the whole hand, take out the front part of the hand here, and then you put this in. Same thing for this the energy blade. So you have to remove the hand part because this one actually it comes with the fist itself already. So you remove the hand, you plug it in. Even for the energy shield, you also need to remove the hand, plug it in. And finally, the backpack, the repulsor, you have to remove one piece from the back here so you can actually plug it in. So a lot of plugging in and out, not a deal breaker, because I imagine for something like this, right, it's not something that you want to keep swapping parts, like do a storytelling like how I played when I was a kid. But I would say this is something that you just got to decide how you want this guy to look, the finishing look. Then you find the right parts, you plug them in, then you put on this display stand, which is pretty nifty. It's actually a clamp here. So you can clamp it in, you can adjust the height, how you want it to be, the leg up and down, which is quite poseable by the way. And then once you got the right pose, you put it on the shelf and you wait for your friends and relatives, who come and woo about this, and then it becomes a conversational piece, right? And I mentioned from the beginning the finishing part, right? Sorry, not the finishing part, the chrome finishing. I hope the camera can show properly. And they're real. It's really it's more like glossy, all right, which is very nice finishing. For the plastic modeling fans, in order to achieve this, you have to have the right airbrush and have to have the right top coating, which is gonna take a lot of effort to achieve this kind of results. Whereas this guy, it came with it, so pretty nice. And I forgot to mention there's this light, right? When I move this thing, the light come on. So it's actually the light that trigger on and off by shaking, I think, some movement, which quite funny. It's not really consistent. So in order to off it, you gotta tap it. Gotta tap it the right. Yeah, it's off already, right? Then if you want to turn it on, you tap it again, then it comes on. Although I wish, right, I have built other kits that actually the light it's controlled by using a magnet. So I wish they actually have used that instead. But I'm not complaining. It's once again the light, right? It's not something that you want to like keep turning on and off, right? When you want to take photo session, you turn it on, you take a few photos. Once you're done, you turn it off and be done with it. So not really a deal breaker. Overall, like I said, this is not really a plastic model kit. You cannot compare it with your Bandai and stuff like that. It's more of a different breed, a new genre. It's a hybrid of Plamos and Lego. But what's more important here is what you have here is actually a legit license by Disney, Marvel, Iron Man. It's Mark 85, hey, So Is it worth your money? I would say yes. If you are Iron Man fan, especially, it's really worth adding. Be added to the collection. And what I wish to add, right? Not only as part of a collection, it's also you actually have to put together the process. Somewhat still involve a bit of construction, which is fun. I love compared to those finished built like Hot Toys, right? It comes just like that, although you can swap things, but it's just kind of missing that part of the process, which I personally like. Therefore, I would say this is a keeper, right? You get to build finish, you get to decide how you want to display it. So it's a nice process. And if you're thinking of getting this, you can actually get from my shop. There's a link in the description. And of course, I hope you find this video useful. Please subscribe my channel because I'm going to make videos like this whenever I have discovered new products that's worth talked about. And until we meet again in my next videos, this is Dean from Delta Base signing out.